The Conspiracy Podcast. So right now, there's a hurricane happening in Jamaica, right? And I spoke to someone that was born in Jamaica, has lived there his whole life, most of his life. Now he's in Canada, and he said it has never ever happened in Jamaica. Okay, so whenever weird things like that happen, when it's never happened over 100 years, just like Texas, right? It never snowed in Texas over 100 years or whatever, but next you know it snowed in Texas. So, and they're blaming all that on climate change. You know, because when things happen, and clearly they're the one doing it because they have the technology to tsunamis, earthquakes, tornadoes. They know how to do that shit. Whenever they do stuff like that, they need a good excuse. So, and at the same time, it's a double whammy because they always get you on both sides. So they'll tell you it's climate change, and then they have a reason to charge you an extra tax, which is carbon tax. Like when they brought out Teslas, the whole marketing of Tesla was, oh, you don't have to pay for gas. And then some girl broke it down. You're technically paying the same, it ends up being the same as if you were paying for gas because the amount of electricity it uses and all that, and the gas, like the mileage a Tesla can do, it's the same shit, bro. And the whole premise was, oh, you'll get a tax write-off. And now apparently in California, there's so many people with Teslas that, you know, it's ending up using so much more electricity to charge up these fucking cars that now they're like, oh, too many people using Tesla, so we have to charge you an extra fee, you know, because all the electricity. And I bet you this, let me predict the future right now. I bet you they're pulling the same thing that they did in the Maui fires or whatever to get some real estate property that most people that live there from generation to generation that would never sell it. These are the tactics that they will use to get rid of those people, and then they can, you know, once the land is barren and there's nothing there, and these people lose everything, you know, they don't really have the drive and motivation to reinvest in that land again. And here we go. So I bet you this shit it's the same thing. Like when the Maui fires happened, right? Oprah already had property over there, and all her property did not burn. And there was other celebrities that had property in Maui area. Their houses did not burn. And if you look into it, their roofs were already blue, I think, or now they're blue. Okay, and if you look into China, people are starting to paint their roofs blue. It's a lot of weird shit going on. You know, does China know something we don't know? Let alone how does a car melt? Like the temperature for aluminum to melt is like 1,000 or something like that, give or take. So there's cars melting, house is burning a crisp, but this tree is fine right next to it. Like there's a lot of things that. And it's like you know, isn't it the funniest thing when you're in a zone where your house could be flooded, and even if you're willing to pay to get insurance, they're not going to insure you. Okay. Oh, okay, so let me put this down a bit. So, I watch a lot of Kill Tony, and I saw this thing. There was a thing called Legion of Skanks, and now it's become Skank Fest. And yo, if you really pay attention, bro, they're doing a lot of gay shit. Like, what's his name? Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, they're like 69ing on stage. And there was, speaking of Joe DeRosa, So this is Skankfest. Whole bunch of comedians come, they talk shit, yada yada yada. A transgender woman, or someone that identifies as a woman, to be clear, is in the audience, and then that person that identifies as a woman still has the male genitalia, so technically it's a man. Anyway, so this person says that they can give themselves fellatio, right, to the people that are on the stage, and they're like, "Yo, if you can you really do that?" But and that person is like, "But I need to get hard, you know." And they're like, "Okay, so what do you need to get hard?" They're like, "Well, they says I need a man." So they tell Joe DeRosa, which is another comedian, they're like, "Hey, you want to help her, he, she, them get hard?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So already right there, you know, it is a dude dressed like a woman that identifies as a woman, but it's a dude. Okay, so you know they have a penis. They clearly said they can give themselves fellatio, and you agreed when they said, "Hey, he, she, they needs help to get hard. You want to help?" And Joe DeRosa was like, "Yeah." So Joe DeRosa and he, she, they go into somewhere, and then and Joe DeRosa is giving that person a hand job, you know, gay, and then that person gives Joe DeRosa fellatio. So you just did some gay activities with a person that has male genitalia, which is AKA a dude, and then Joe DeRosa is not, it's not that he's in denial, but he's like, "Oh, but the person identifies as a woman." So it's like he thinks in his mind that just because the person identifies as a woman, the gay acts don't apply. Because you know you are doing gay. It's one thing when it's a woman. You know, here's the breakdown. It's one thing when a woman is wearing a strap-on and pegging a dude. That is debatable. It's still gay because it's a penis going into another man's asshole, but it's a woman doing the act with a fake penis. But it's, you know, that is debatable as if it's gay or not. But this is definitely gay because it's someone with the male genitalia. So you can't say that's not gay. And I think the media is purposely doing this gay shit through Skankfest and Kill Tony and all this weird shit for it to become normalized. Literally, just like what they're doing in these gay pride parades. Guys are walking around with their fucking dongs out. Like, how is that normal? Go to a nudist beach or some shit. Like, how is that normal to be in front of kids and have your genitalia out? You know, it's different. Like, obviously, I'm not saying women should be able to have their titties out and their clams out and men not. But I'm saying I would rather prefer a woman to see her titties out than a guy to see his dong out. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, they're like purposely doing that shit, and like, and this is all my perspective. I'm not standing for. I'm not going like Andrew Tate that I speak for all men. No, I'm just speaking for me. You know, Andrew Tate is another fucking controlled opposition. Oh, where'd you learn that word? Yes, there's a lot of gay shit going on, bro. Speaking of gay shit, I saw a thing today. Someone that identifies, how you even say that? A dude that dresses up, I guess it's a cross dresser or I think it's a cross dresser. Excuse me. If you want to get a sex change, they're actually making it easier for you to do that. You know, They don't help you pay off your chemotherapy. First of all, it doesn't help. But I'm saying they don't help you pay off your hospital fees, your pharmaceutical fee, or your medication fee. But they'll help you get a sex change. What does that tell you? Because another way of depopulation is making men into women and women into men. Because if a guy gets a sex change, he will not have kids. That's for sure, right? And if a woman gets a sex change, she will be able to have kids. And if you look into it, because people are so quick to jump on the bandwagon, but anyone that wants to do a sex change, let's say you're a man that wants to become a woman and you want to get a real clam, bro. If you look into it, a lot of people that got that procedure done, they're all in pain and agony, and they have to take a certain drug their whole life. It's not worth it. You can't cheat Mother Nature. You know, they're trying to make you think that, oh, you can be born gay. No, you're not. That's fucking bullshit, bro. You're not born gay. Your life experiences make you who you are. Okay? And people get mad when I say that shit. Like I always said, I'm like, I bet you a lot of the people that are gay now, they were touched as kids, and that's why they are into what they are. And I know that because it happened to me, you fuckers. From 7 to 13, I was Kobe. No, because it happened to me, and that was my first experience. So I thought this is normal. Obviously, it's not. And some people, they just continue, and it's like the predator thing, because it's like it happens to you, and next you know you're doing it. Eh? So going back to Joe DeRosa, like I know I've talked about this before, but I'm just saying, you know, let's say I love a friend, and I look at him like a brother. I would never grab his dick or grab his ass. That's like, you know what I mean? It's weird to me. Oh. So women are so delusional because it's not just before you would think it's always the pretty bitches that have all these crazy demands. She's like, oh, I need a man with money and all this shit, and all she has is her looks to offer. That's all. She has nothing. She's not gonna help you in any way other than just drain your pocket. But you look at these videos, and you see these fat girls that are like 200 pounds, 230, 250, out of shape and everything, and they have like demands where she's like, oh, you should take me out, you should do me this, you should do that. The first thing you should be asking is he a good man? It's like they're always basing it on something involving money. He should spend money on. If he doesn't spend the money on you, he doesn't love you, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Because what's more important, a man that just throws money on you, or a man that spends time with you? You know what I mean? It's stupid. It's like what. When I was a kid and I was growing up, my dad was not around, but I had all the toys I wanted. And in that moment, I was like, yeah, I was the happiest kid in the world because I had every toy I wanted. But now when I look back, I'm like, it was more important to having my dad around to show me how to be a man. Because if you don't prepare your kids for life, the streets will teach your kid. And your purpose as a father or a parent is to prepare your kid for the world, so they don't have to experience or do stupid mistakes that you made. You're supposed to teach them, but if you're not around, they're gonna have to experience they're gonna make a lot of stupid mistakes and do a lot of stupid shit that could have risked their livelihood and everything. Okay, let's go in my notes. Yeah, this whole like if you look into the people that run the show, they're all doing bi shit, and it all goes back to Sodom and Gomorrah. I think it's the same people that were there in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah that were wiped out, but they still, there was underground tunnels underground cities that were there 1,000 years ago, and then they're still there now. You know, and if you look into it, bro, nothing adds up. The pyramids, how they were made, they tell you it was with slaves and logs and shit, but that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It doesn't make sense. And you know, you're still stuck on the pyramids of Egypt. You have to look all over the world. There's all these structures that were built all over the world with like mathematics that are not from a fucking human. You know what I mean? Let alone how did they lift these giant boulders and they fit perfectly like Legos together, where you can't even put a piece of paper in between. What? Jobelki Tepe, some shit? Ancient aliens. Ancient aliens. Did I talk about this last time? You know, I have to watch my words. Because I could get a violation, but I think I talked about this last time, so I don't want to say it again. Yeah, women, I find, even from my own life experience, not just what I've seen, it's like women are like, I have never seen a woman say, I fucked up, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, until she was busted. And even then, most of the time, 99.9% of women will still not take accountability. And that really bothers me. And I think that's bad parenting. Because it's like, you know, I guess even me when I was a kid, I always lied and I denied. But it's like women, it's like they're pre-programmed to be like deny. They will never admit anything. You know, a guy can only lie so much. But the biggest lies and the crimes that I've seen and I've heard is 18, like Kanye West said, 18 years. A guy will raise the kid, pay for the kid and everything, and then he'll find out it's not his kid. This is the kind of shit women will get away with. They're like the best liars and manipulators, women. It's really weird. And it's like when you're in the first phases of like the chase, right? That time is the best because it's like the energy is always like exciting, you know what I mean? And you never know what's gonna happen. And I guess that's why most people end up cheating, because it just gets gets boring, because you know there's nothing exciting anymore. And then especially with the woman, you know, if women complain about men cheating all the time, but they never point the finger at themselves as far as like you know, is she satisfying her man? Is she taking care of her man? Is she giving him, you know, the affection he needs? You know? Because like if a man is satisfied at home, he will never go outside and look for some punani. That is clear as day. So all these women that are complaining about their man cheating on them and shit, I bet you they haven't had sex in months, let alone giving him a fellatio. You know, a man shouldn't have to ask for that. That should. If a woman likes her man, he shouldn't have to ask. She should just always be willing to give it to him because she loves him. And that only happens in the beginning of the relationships, or like, you know what I mean? When you like her and you know she loves you. That's when it's exciting. But as soon as you start caring about her and you start loving her, shit turns backwards, bro. Like my ex-girlfriend, for the longest time, she was my side chick, okay? She never complained. When she was my side chick, I was canceling on her. Like, you know what I mean? I was being an asshole with her. Like, as far as I didn't care if I told her I was gonna meet her and I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I was being a complete asshole, douchebag. She always gave me the best treatment, bro. She never argued, never complained. Anytime I wanted a 1-2 BJ, she never complained. But as soon as I made her my girlfriend, completely different person. Complaining all the time about stupid shit, bro. The dumbest things. Like, I was like, yo, you're literally looking for reasons to start fights. So I would say, when you live with your girlfriend, or if you decide to do that, it's either gonna bring you guys closer or it's gonna destroy the relationship. Literally. Literally. So yeah, if you're a girl that's beautiful and gorgeous, right, and you have these crazy demands, yeah, don't get me wrong, you'll get the guy, but he will treat you like shit. He will treat you for every dollar he's spending. Specifically, if you're asking a man to spend all kinds of money on you, you think he's gonna treat you like a queen? When he's throwing money like that on you, he's gonna expect something in return. Nothing is for free in this world, everybody. When all these celebrities, they all make it, they all have to do some special deeds, some favors. And most of the time, it's sexual favors. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. And my asshole is not for sale, and neither is my soul. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get a hot water in? So ladies, respect your man, love and appreciate your man. If you have a man that treats you well, you are lucky. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want something exciting? Date a douchebag. For sure, you'll be exciting. He'll treat you like dirt. Some women love that. You know what I mean? It's like, I think that goes down to that BDSM shit or some. It's weird, bro. Like, whenever I see couples, bro, and they're like in love with each other and they're like ride or die, I envy that, because I'm just like, it'd be nice to have someone that's got your back, that's your best friend and has your back no matter what, and would never try to embarrass you in front of people or make you look bad. That's just like, it's like protocol 101. If you care about someone, whether it's your friend, your girlfriend, whoever the fuck it is, you're supposed to make them look good, not look bad in front of people. Why is it when it's a bunch of homeboys, right? Homeboys, these are guys that are having each other's back. As soon as there's a woman or a couple of women in the scene, you really see who your friends are. Why is that, bro? It's sad. You know this guy for 20 years, and now you threw away that relationship of 20 years over some bitch you just met 2 minutes ago. And once you fuck her, she's gone. But then again, if it doesn't happen, you wouldn't know who your friends are. To me, first of all, that's disgusting. If I know someone, if one of my friends has a girlfriend, right? Even if I find her attractive, I could never sleep with her. You know why? Because my friend has been with her. I find that disgusting. It's one thing going with a girl. Let's say you're dating a stripper or an escort, right? Right there, when she comes home, you don't know what she's done. How can you kiss her? Let alone going with a woman that you know has been with your boy. That's all I could be thinking about. I'm like, her mouth's been here, her mouth's been there. Ew. Ew. What's wrong with living with your mom? Like, the whole stigma is like, ew, he lives with his mom. Yeah, maybe he owns a house with his mom and it's property instead of paying fucking rent and that money going nowhere. I would live with my mom. I would rather live with my mom than have a roommate. Who else would I prefer to have a roommate than my mother? I know I'm going to be eating like a king. You know what I mean? Instead of having a roommate that I have to worry about all kinds of other shit happening. Me, I'm getting a house with my mom, inshallah. Inshallah. Okay, we're already looking. We're just waiting for the Heavenly Father to give the thumbs up and where the house will be. So yeah, I would rather. Obviously, you want to have your own privacy. Like, I don't want my mom to see who I'm sleeping with or who's there. But yeah, I would rather live with my mom. I want to buy a house with my mom. You know what I mean? Who am I gonna buy the house for? First of all, if I'm getting married tomorrow, the best way to get a good like, let's say I'm gonna marry the woman, I would want my mom's blessing. My mom actually, this girl I was dating, Marla. One of the I dated two. Was it two? Yeah, two of the hottest girls I've ever dated. One was a Lebanese Jew, and the other one was she was Scandinavian. Her name was Lisa. She was a model. Anyway, I was talking about Marla. What was I going with this? Shit. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So I almost forgot. So my ex-girlfriend she was looking for a job, and I used to work for my mom. I was doing appointments over the phone. So she's like, "Oh, I need a job." So I got her a job working for my mom. So I used to drop her off at my mom's house when I go to work. And then my mom, she tells me, she's like, "Yo, your girlfriend keeps on getting calls." And she's like, "Oh, it's my friend or whatever," and like the person's calling her 5 times a day during a 5-hour shift or whatever. So every hour that person's calling her. And what was the story she said? Oh yeah, she said, "Oh, I forgot my friend forgot her CD. My friend forgot his CD at my house, so he keeps on calling me to see if I have the CD." So obviously that was a sketchy ass story. And that's how I found out my ex-girlfriend was already talking to someone else. So yeah, so it's all about what you're looking for. If you're looking to have a good time, then yeah, go date the hot girls or whatever the hell. But one thing you have to understand, that these hot girls, if you met her on a dating site, or depending on what job she has, if she's a waitress or a bartender, think about how many guys hit on her every day and give her their number. Let alone, you could, like, people are cheating. It's like so sad. It's so crazy now that people are cheating on wedding day. On wedding day. It literally takes 5 minutes to be going to the washroom, and you see a girl there, and you could go in there and do some sketchy ass shit. 5 minutes, bro. So it all depends on these women. And if you look into the Western women, keyword, these are not women you want to marry. If anything, if you want to marry a woman, you want to marry a virgin, because she's not excited by being wanted by every man. All these women, the currency of attention, because attention is currency, they're obsessed by being wanted by every man. So if a woman really loves you, all she would want is the attention of the man she loves. She would not be concerned about the other men. So let's say she has an Instagram. First of all, any girl that has an Instagram with her ass on Instagram, you can't date this girl, because that picture is there, and anyone that sees that can see her ass. That's number one. And number two, if she really loves you, she should be willing to make her Instagram private, let alone being willing to delete it for you. Because if you really love each other, bro, you have to be willing to do things that you wouldn't do. But to prove the person that you really love them, you have to do that shit. So if I met a girl tomorrow and we're serious and I really love her, I would delete all my profiles on the dating sites. But if she really loves me, she would want to make my fantasies come true, as far as having a threesome with two women. This is why I prefer bisexual women, because they would never get jealous. He You know, all these women, it's like my ex-girlfriend, she was always down to have a threesome, right? But whenever it was threesome o'clock, she was not down. So stop lying. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to everyone else. Me, I stopped lying a long time ago. I'm honest with my shit. I don't try to impress nobody. I don't sugarcoat no shit. I don't care if you're Pamela Anderson or the next woman in line. Everyone gets the same service. No one gets special service. You know what I mean? Everyone is thinking, oh, I'm so, all these girls are like, I'm so pretty. So, you know, men should be bowing at my feet. You don't want that woman. If anything, that woman will probably have like a domination complex thing that she likes to have pay pigs and men worship her. You don't want a woman like that, bro. So no. It's hard to find a woman you can really trust, let alone marriage material. And yeah, everyone is doing passport bros, right? They're going marrying women across. But yeah, like that's another thing you're walking into, because you know here the women want to marry you for your money. What do you think a woman in a foreign country? She's getting a free visa, and you know she's getting to leave her shithole country and come here and then have a house to get a property. So yeah, it's like a lottery ticket for her. And so if you're a man that wants to get married, for sure get married, but sign a prenup, bro. Be smart. Put your family on the deed. Put your family on the deed. Don't put your wife on the deed, bro. Trust your family. Your family would care about you more than some woman that you just met that just is pretty, and she knows if she has your baby, she's set for her life. She's not gonna ever have to work again. So come on, you have to test people. That's what it is. If I was getting married tomorrow, I would have to test my wife to see if I can really trust her, right? So you have to test her, bro. Like I saw a video. Stop slouching, Ali. I saw a video. A guy finds out his girlfriend is cheating. Okay. Now instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me," she's like, "Oh, you know why I cheated? Because your dick is small." And if you saw this bitch, she's like at least 180. She's like 5'6", not even 5'7". She's like 5'5" and like 180. So she's like half. She's a pig or a cow. And then instead of, you know, saying, "Oh shit, I'm sorry," she turns around and blames the man. And then she tries to embarrass him even more and say his dick is small. Like, yo, if you're shaped like a fucking cow or a pig, yeah, for sure, a guy with even a regular dick is not gonna be able to fuck you. You know, I'm lucky enough to not have a small dick, and I guess a small dick is a 5-inch. I think I'm 8.5 or some shit like that, or 8-inch. You know, so I'm blessed. And I dated one girl that had a humongous ass. She was not fat, but she had a big, like a BBL or BBW ass. Like it was big, and it's like I needed a bigger dick to get in there. I couldn't go, like whatever I did, I was going in halfway unless like I lifted and get. You need like a forklift. You know what I mean? How dare you? It's I wish I could I could be the support for all the men that are going through shit in their life. And I guess that's one of my purposes, right? Because like one of my friends was like, oh, I'm like, so why don't you have a girlfriend? He's like, I think I'm ugly. I'm like, yo, don't ever put yourself down. Don't let anyone put you down, and you yourself. Don't put yourself down for nobody, bro. Because if you don't love yourself and respect yourself, no one will show you respect. So you have to be like, hey, you have to put down like boundaries and shit. Like, just because I'm nice, people think they can talk shit to me. This guy I met through another friend. One night I was on ecstasy or something. So I was really like, vibing, let's just say. And this guy is like, it reminded me of high school all over again. He's like, you're a packy, you're a dirty packy, he's like, you know what I mean? Just like all of a sudden, just like weird, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I guess like fucking, there was demons in his ear, demons in his mind, where he's just saying like random negative shit. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, and it's just like, I heard it like 3 or 4 times, and I just snapped. I was like, yo, you want to see? And instead of saying, I want to come outside, I'm going to punch you in the face, I was like, you want to see my dick? Let's go in the washroom. Oh my God, I don't know why. I was like, you want to see my dick? Let's go in the washroom. But when I snapped, and he saw me snap, he's like, yo, sorry, I'm just joking. I'm like, what kind of a fucking joke is that? Who makes jokes like that? Unless you want to put that person down. Or you're asking for a fucking beat down. Because no one that has self-respect would let you talk to them like that. I'm like having a therapy session. Yo, where's the bit? What's my battery life here? 42%. Yeah, so women, stop talking so much shit about men, and women are always complaining that the men that they're getting. How about you, when you see someone you like, go talk to them. And I'm talking to myself too, because a lot of times I pussy out, and it happens so many times you won't even believe. So yeah, women, when you see a guy that's attractive to you, just go talk to them. Start a conversation. You don't have to say, you know what's crazy? When you're a guy that looks good and he has muscles, just walking down the street, women would throw themselves on you and be like, oh, I just want to suck your dick. I swear, I'm so sure. Guys that work out and have nice bodies, they don't even have to have game. They just take off their shirt, bro. So it's like the same thing that goes on. What happens at work, where if it's an ugly guy that hits on a girl, it's harassment. But if he's a good-looking dude, oh my God, I just want to suck your dick. You bloody bastard. I'm so glad I did the podcast, because like the whole time I was like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? Oh my God. And then it's just like smooth sailing. Yeah, so what's wrong with splitting the bill? I don't give a shit how pretty you are. If you're in the dating market and you want to find a good man, how dare you already have demands? You think a good man wants a woman that is like, oh, a man should pay for this, a man should pay for that. Right away, he's giving him the signal to drop your ass. Because you're showing him all you want is someone to spend money on you. You're worthless then. You're actually, You know what I mean? You're fucking word. You're a burden. Forget that. You're a burden. Okay? Who wants, unless a guy is just like bawling out of his mind and doesn't give a shit, yeah, he's gonna throw money at you, but he's an idiot. He's not being smart. If tomorrow I hit the lotto jackpot, I'm gonna start looking for a wife, and I would have to, like, look good. I'm not gonna look for the prettiest woman. That would be stupid. But that's what we're thinking. The prettiest woman, oh, you want to have kids with her. No, you want to test her, but you want to find a wife that has been, not bred, I guess the word is bred to be a wife. Her mother taught her how to cook and how to be a woman, how to take care of her man, stuff like that. Talk to her about getting married in the future. Not like the women out here now. So yeah, right away, if the woman, if this is a woman that's wifey, you know what would set it off right there? It would be like, she would be like, let me take care of the bill. A man would be, he wouldn't know how to deal with that, because it's like, I bet you in his life, or me, I have never heard a woman say, let me pay for everything. Like when that woman, Mandy, when I went to see in London, when she's like, oh, I want to see you, and I was like, yeah, I want to see you too, and I didn't really have any money, and she's like, yo, I'll pay the ticket. I want to see you. And I was like, wow, I felt special right there, because I was like, yo, never have I met a woman that offered to pay my ticket to go see her. You know what I mean? She would feel special after that. Oh my God, these are big subjects right here. So there was a thing about Indigenous People Day, but yo, if you look into what the powers that be, or the government, Canadian government, has done, like, didn't they find like hundreds of bodies of kids uh outside of school? If I'm not wrong. And Justin Trudeau's like, we're sorry. We're sorry. It's the best answer ever, right? Like, we stole all their land, and we're like, yo, you guys will go over there, and we're taxing everyone, and they're like financially draining everyone's pockets, and all this land that we live on, including USA. Christopher Columbus. How can you discover land where there's people already living? That's number one. And what the white people did is they raped and pillaged. Okay, they raped all the women that were there, and the rest of the kids that were there. They whitewashed them. They washed their culture out of them. They were not allowed to speak their language. So all the history that we know is all made up bullshit by him, because it's his story. Him? So since I'm Muslim, I'm allowed to have 4 wives, right? And I think I want to get 4 wives, but they all have to be in agreement with each other. It has to be uh, consensual. Let's say, yeah. That's my dream, to have 4 wives. You know, can you have 4 wives in the same house? That's the question. But at least, hey, I'm not cheating on nobody. I'm not lying to nobody. Everyone is gonna know about each other. You know what's funny? When you're uh, a rock star or whatever, Rick James or whatever, women don't give a shit how many wives you have. They just wanna have something with you. You know what I'm saying? My whole premise is I don't want to lie and cheat, so I'd rather just be honest. So I'd rather get a wife that would appreciate the time I spend with her, and if I wanna have some fun outside. If anything, I want her to be in on it. Why would I do it when she's not there? He like, how dare women cheat on the man? 8 years in, he finds out the kid is not his, and the bitch still has the nerve to say, "Hey, but why don't you wanna? Why don't you wanna pay any more child support?" How dare you? So fucking evil, bro. So if you wanna, everybody, you wanna find a wife and you have a good relationship with your mom, I would say have her spend 2 days with your mom. And what my mom told me was, if you wanna really see if you wanna marry this woman, live with her for 6 months and you'll know if you wanna marry her. And everyone that goes to church, if you're lying and cheating and you're doing all kinds of sins and you think by going to church it like clears that shit off, it doesn't work like that. You know, like God or the Heavenly Father or whatever, they see everything you do. I know I masturbated yesterday, but I'm saying, like, I'm not cheating on you over. But yeah, I guess masturbating is a sin too. But I'm not, you don't see me going to church trying to clear everything off. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it on that. Thank you, everybody. Oh, now there's someone. What's going on? What's going on? We're 47 minutes in. I got 39%. I've been talking for a bit, talking about all kinds of conspiracies and life experiences, lessons. Yes, sir. Can I get my wheels? I was doing karaoke yesterday, and look at me now. I'm doing a podcast. I podcasting. TDA Canada Service, how can I help you? The girl that hit on you. Okay, let me get some refreshments. Water. You fucker. So yeah, everybody, you want to get married? Make the girl sign a prenup, and if she gets mad, she's not the one. It's clear. The more money you have, the more you have to screen the woman you want to marry. But if you get the woman on the premise of, oh, I'll pay for everything, I'm rich, blah blah blah, then you deserve her milking you for all the money you got, because that's how you brought her in. You can't blame a person for trying to get all the money out of you when your whole premise of bringing them in is, hey, look, I got money, blah blah blah. You're asking to get set up. But now at the same time, it's like, hey, Ali, you're flashing your cars. I don't have like a Lamborghini or something. That would be different, I guess. If tomorrow I had like two Lamborghinis or like a Lamborghini and Ferrari, then you're flashing. But then again, I would have to think twice, or screen the people even more, because the more money you have, the more incentive it gets people to set you up to get robbed, including your girlfriend. Excuse me. Didn't some guy in Montreal, some famous Montreal gambler that was a millionaire, his girlfriend set him up to get robbed? Are you surprised? I wouldn't be surprised. If you're a millionaire and this woman doesn't have kids with you, even, you know what, even if she has kids with you, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't stop her from fucking you over, bro. People don't, you know what I mean? It's like people don't have manners anymore. The more and more, life goes by or whatever. Like just earlier, I was on a narrow street. It was tight, and I knew if I went and this person was going passing by at the same time, I knew it could be really tight. So instead of doing that, I pull over and I flash the person to pass. And this fucking bitch goes and she doesn't even have the courtesy to be like, thank you. You know? What is that? Beyond the Tape, Paranormal, Ghost, and Comedy. Good night. Good night from Africa. Is it my boy Paranormal? Yeah, I think it's him. Are you in Africa, bro? Good night from Africa. My nigga, are you in Africa? Aren't you Trinidadian or something like that, I think? Some shit like that. It's just getting wild, my brothers. And we all need to connect, bro, because I don't know. The Bible, according to the Bible, the end of days are near. But then again, King James wrote the Bible, and the same King James wrote the book on the devil too. Doesn't that kind of like make you? How do you want me to trust the Bible? But then again, there was different versions of the Bible, so I wouldn't want to trust the King James version. Because that's them rewriting history all over again. You know, oh my God, he's doing the thang. I tried it like 5 times, and every time I did it, I felt like I drank a coffee or double espresso. But I guess because the first time for me to get high on marijuana. The first 6 times, I thought I was going to die. It was the 7th time that it was like, ah. And I actually got high. But you know what? It's crazy to think about. But now when you break it down, it was like my body was like, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, fuck it. Clearly, you don't listen, Ellie. I have a hard head, so it's like I don't listen, and I have to learn shit the hard way. But I guess in order to be old and wise, you must be young and stupid, and I was very stupid. I did a lot of stupid shit. Too stupid, Mike? Hey, fool, you stupid? You stupid fool. 53 minutes, 37%. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. Follow, like, and share, subscribe to my YouTube. Even though this is YouTube. Everybody, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow, like, and share, subscribe. God is real. Karma is a bitch. Earth is flat and stationary and the center of the universe. Thank you very much. #bless. Peace.